HarperCollins and HarperAudio present Notorious, Portraits of Stars from Hollywood Culture, Fashion, and Tech by Maureen Dowd. This is the author. For Peggy, the best sister ever. Introduction. It's an astonishing thing to have a column at the New York Times. When I first got it, sometimes I would sit bolt upright in the middle of the night, wondering who on earth would entrust me with such a weighty responsibility. But it is not always easy to express yourself in 800 words. Sometimes it feels like you're struggling to wriggle into a dress 2 sizes too small. When I first got the prestigious gig in 1995, Anna Quinlan and Tom Friedman, my friends who had already mastered the art of columnizing, advised me not to quote too many other people, to mainly use my own voice, because there just wasn't room. They were right. The genre is more suitable for a let-it-rip polemic than interviews or features. After a couple of decades, I longed to write longer. I wanted to hear other voices, not just my own. My late friend Janet Elder, a deputy managing editor at the Times, arranged for me to split my job so that I still wrote my Sunday column, but was also able to do more scopious pieces for the feature sections. I was so excited that the first few stories I handed in were verging on War and Peace length. After so many years of triage, I was sautéing in words and more words, letting them run amok on the page. Dean Baquet, the executive editor at the time, suggested that I do profiles, akin to the wonderful lunchtime interviews featured in the weekend Financial Times. Instead of describing the food and how much it cost, as the FT does, I decided to add a bonus at the end called Confirm and Deny, named after an old Don Amici movie. It was a Dada Q&A that encouraged spontaneity. I had written some profiles for Arts and Leisure when I first started at the Times, and I had done a bunch of celebrity cover stories for magazines such as Vanity Fair, Rolling Stone, and GQ, so I was happy to get back to a format I loved, letting someone else talk. And as much as I savor writing about Washington and politics, it's fun sometimes to change the subject to Hollywood and Silicon Valley. It's interesting to see how the rulers of other universes, entertainment gods and the tech lords of the cloud, see the world. All 3 kingdoms traffic in illusion and obsess on winning and losing, but in different ways. I've always been fascinated with how powerful people wield power, how charismatic people create charisma, how talented people nurture or squander their talent. As a Shakespeare fan, I am endlessly intrigued by the high and mighty self-destructing, and by those who topple from great heights and somehow soar back, phoenix-like. They say life is just a series of snapshots. This book certainly is. It's pioneering, talented, brilliant people at a certain moment in their lives, and these moments can be illuminating. There's a snapshot of Elon Musk in 2017 when he was more the quirky visionary, before he commandeered Twitter and transformed into a right-wing crank that embraced racist conspiracies, flirted with anti-Semites, endorsed and endowed Donald Trump, and devolved into more frequent manifestations of demon mode, as Grimes, his former partner and mother of 3 of his at least 12 children, put it. There's Eddie Murphy in 1992, at the peak of his Hollywood power, truculent about reports of his big entourage and star demands.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?